Okay, we're back over at the reviewing bench, and I'm going to be doing a review of this, as you know. So first off, here we are with the body shell. As you can tell, it comes in two parts, and I don't let that put it off, as these two parts go together exquisitely well. And also you get, as you can see, there's a little piece of paper in there, that's tyre decals. Probably one of the best fitting two-part body shells I've ever put together. Now we've got two screws in here. I don't want to take them out of the bag, so I'll just flip it over in a minute. Now, the white one, as you can see here, is all the body parts. And I gotta say, the Tamiya, as always, they're very well moulded. Most of these parts will stay white, but the wing mirrors there, you may have to paint them either blue or leave them white, but for the most part, most of them will stay white. And on the other side, we have possibly the best chrome sprue I have ever come across. You see, now I've got a little tip for you on these wheels. You've got to put them in gold. Now, I took a look on the box art and it's a shining gold, so I basically just spray painted them with, or rather airbrushed them, a clear gold, a clear yellow to make them gold. It worked beautifully. Now there's a few more parts. Engine parts, lights, pipes, cover, bottom lights, etc, etc. Very nice chrome indeed. Now, the clear parts, again, very nice. Some of the best clear parts I've ever come across. Plus, as you can see, you do get this mask, which is a massive help. A massive help. But yeah, the clear parts, very nice. Very nice. These two little bits, though, which go on the under lighting for the fog lights, can be a little fiddly. But other than that, they're very nice. Tyres and a few poly caps, as you can tell. See, a few poly caps. And then we come to the greasy bits. Again, get the under suspension, seat, the front splitter or cover, a few pipes, the doors, the engine itself, which is very nicely moulded, more suspension parts, the brake discs, which being moulded in black does make it a hell of a lot easier to do them in chrome, and the bottom of the chassis, which I've got to say is pretty dull to say the least, but hey, you're not going to really see it. And then we come on to what I think is probably the piece de resistance of this kit, the decals. Now, these decals are just incredible. I've been debating whether they've actually been done by Cartograph. Now if anybody knows, please write in the comments below. But I gotta say, these are absolutely fantastic. And one thing I did note, when you're building this car, you have to put them on in 2 stages, which is kind of sensible in a way. And you do get a sheet to show you that. Plus the instruction sheet, which is, to be quite honest, again, as with most things Tamiya, very straightforward. very straightforward. There's nothing really to be frightened of. There's about 21. There's 21 stages, and this is the only part which got me, having cut a bit of the plastic. Other than that, it's not too bad. I actually just didn't bother with that, and I just used a paper clip painted black, and it seemed to do the work. And besides, it's a lot tougher as well, because I, as you can see there, because I've just thought it'd be a lot better. But yeah, that's the review of the Porsche 911. I know they're both very quick, but this is my very first time doing this sort of thing, and I suppose I'll get better as I go along. So yeah, let's only hope that this I can get a bit better. Anyway, this is my first reviews, and I'll go back to the bench and give my overall impressions. Hey again. Right, now my overall impressions. I think the 934 is possibly going to be a brilliant build. I know I've already built the GT1, and that's a great build if you do have the patience for it. Many people may not have the patience for it, but since I've built two, a third one isn't going to really make much difference. It's only whether I decide to do it as a 25 car, or whether I decide to do it as the Jägermeister, if I can find the decals, which I may try scavenging from a cheap second-hand Jägermeister kit. Say, I believe Revell do a Porsche 956C in 124, so I may be able to just get those decals from that kit and use it accordingly, and possibly get some aftermarket kits for the 956, because there's a lot more out there for the 956, say like the Rothmans or equivalent. But overall, the two kits, I do believe the Jägermeister is the better one. Not necessarily because of the amount of parts, because if you go buy a kit by the amount of parts, you're not going to really get anywhere. It's better to start with a kit with less parts. Also, the 911, if you haven't done one, try one. A little bit at the moment, which is around about the end of June 2013, they're a little bit tricky to get hold of, because everywhere I've been they haven't got any, or they've sold out online, or they're damned expensive. They seem to have gone up probably by a third, maybe even double the price. But if you can find one, try one, because they're well worth it. And one thing I will remind you about, the decals on that kit are very, very fragile. I mean, very fragile. So I would take it and put a bit of clear coat on. I use, pardon me, I'll use this stuff by Vallejo, and I bought this about a year ago, and it's still about 2/3 full. It's a good finishing coat, it's a good gloss coat for finishing, and it's also a very good coat for finishing your decals. Many people I know have told me nightmares, and you've probably heard about these nightmares, about this, the Tamiya TS13 spray paint for plastics. No, a big no for decals, any decals, because this will eat your decals. It will melt them, you will get angry, and you will say, why the hell did I do that? I'll tell you here and now, this is not the stuff to use on your decals as a clear coat. On your car or on your model kit, yes, but don't spray over your decals, even if you think they're tough enough. Just don't, because all your hard work will be completely ruined. I know that firsthand. Matter of fact, I'll show you the kit. I call this my Red Devil. It's a Porsche 911 Carrera 2. I don't know if it's picking up the red, but the thing is this was meant to be black with Carrera decals going down here. Okay. I put some of the Tamiya clear coat on it and bye-bye decals, essentially. So all I would say to you is learn from my mistake on that front. Don't use the TS13. The Vallejo stuff is good. It's acrylic based and it's very, very safe on nearly every decal I've used. The aftermarket ones, or ones you print out, it's very good with as well. I used a spray to go over some Porsche decals a little while back. Used that, and it's brilliant because it also makes it a lot stiffer as well. So once you put it in the water, it is a bit stiffer. So you may have to use some microsol or microset or a decal soft liquid, but initially it's a lot safer to use. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this blog. I know it's not very quick and I know it's not very detailed, but this is only a tester and only putting it out there once. I'm going to do another one later on when I get another model kit, which will probably be, well, it's the 23rd of June, so I'll give it about a month. I'm going to try and put one out a month, if I can. If not, then I won't. But it depends on work commitments, depends on whether I can get a job done or whether I can do a model kit. I mean, I'll show you one I just finished literally tonight. You can tell I like Porsches, and this is a Porsche 916 based on the 959, if you know your stuff. And I've got to say, this is a very, very entertaining car to do. Not very sophisticated, but a joy to build either way. And what I will do is I'll get started on possibly on the 934, which is just over there. Probably tomorrow I may get started on it. Not a lot, probably just taking out the seam lines on the body shell, because there's quite a few of those, because it's with most model kits you get seam lines. But I will hopefully show you a finished model, or maybe I may even do the odd build up, but don't count on the build up because I don't really like doing that kind of thing. It's not my kind of thing. However, I hope you enjoyed this, like I said before, and I hope to have another one out within a month, because I may be going to get another Porsche to build up. I'm going to try and do some really nice, do a really nice 3-car Porsche, not so much diorama but display. I've got something in mind. You probably guessed. You probably have already guessed. But I hope to do it. I hope it comes out well. And I just hope that I can show it to you as I do each car. So here's for the next time. See you in possibly about a month's time. Maybe sooner. Who knows. Thank you very much for enjoying this. And I hope you leave some nice comments. But please remember, please be kind.